Fan Zhendong, November 15th, Men's Singles Semifinal, 2025 China National Games, the most brutal, unforgiving battlefield in table tennis. Even Zhang Jike, the fiery 2012 Olympic champion, couldn't survive this arena. Only Ma Long has ever conquered it twice. And now, Fan Zhendong returns, the Olympic champion who vanished after that devastating collapse in Germany. No interviews, no training clips, just silence and scars. And across the table waits Wang Chuqin, the ruthless, unstoppable world number one, ready to crush anyone in his way. So tell me, did you really think Fan Zhendong could survive this storm? Set 1, calm before the shock. Wang Chuqin walked in like an unshakable, dominant king. But Fan Zhendong's first explosive attacks hit with a brutal intensity no one expected. But wait, you'd think Wang Chuqin would win 4-0? Not even close. Suddenly, momentum cracks. Fan Zhendong's relentless pressure shattered the rhythm. How? Watch this. Wang Chuqin tried hard to save the ball but in vain. But, here's the counterstrike. Wang Chuqin answered with fierce, calculated precision, despite falling behind. Fan Zhendong battled intensely to claw back point after point. How? Watch this. Fan Zhendong battled back with such a wide-angle shot that Wang Chuqin couldn't return. But wait, you'd think Wang Chuqin would win 4-1? Not even close. Fan Zhendong hits back. Fan Zhendong unleashed ruthless, fearless counters. Wang Chuqin's confidence wavered as the match twisted violently. But wait, you'd think Wang Chuqin was on his way to a clean 4-2 comeback, right? Not even close. Then, the turning blade. Fan Zhendong's attacks grew colder, sharper, devastating. Wang Chuqin suddenly looked vulnerable. The king was bleeding points. Fan Zhendong's timing here was perfect. He took every backhand right off the bounce. Set 6, the decisive moment. Fan Zhendong erupted with a furious final push. Wang Chuqin couldn't contain the storm. The brutal battle was sealed. He did it, defeating Wang Chuqin and Fan Zhendong, becoming the only man since Ma Long to win it twice. But wait, you felt the intensity of Fan Zhendong's fights, but can anyone withstand the punishment waiting in Ma Long's greatest battles? If these brutal superstar clashes hooked you, hit like and subscribe. The next ones get even wilder. Ma Long, 2020 Tokyo Olympics, July 30th, Men's Singles Final. The legend walked in, a man the world once believed was completely finished. Do you think he can still succeed and win the Olympic gold again? A brutal knee surgery in 2019. People said his era was over. Some said he shouldn't even be competing. He wasn't supposed to be back. He wasn't supposed to win again. And across the table, Fan Zhendong, the new monster of table tennis, the challenger everyone believed would finally dethrone him. The stadium was electric. Was Ma Long about to fall or rewrite history? Set 1, Ma Long strikes first. From the first serve, Ma Long was untouchable, every rally precise, ruthless, flawless. Fan Zhendong could only chase shadows. But wait, you'd think the 2016 Olympic champion Ma Long, ready to crush it 4-0? Not even close. Absorbing the storm, Fan Zhendong struck with raw pace and daring attacks. At deuce, he stayed calm and leveled the match. You thought Fan Zhendong could continue to win in the next match? Not even close. Ma Long's experience took over, each shot calm, precise, unstoppable. Every rally weighed heavy as he carved through the chaos. The tempo shifted, Ma Long dominated the table, calm and calculated. Fan Zhendong could attack, but every shot was met with ruthless precision. But wait, you'd think Ma Long would win Fan Zhendong 4-1? Not even close. Then came the twist. Cornered but fearless, Fan Zhendong erupted. Thunderous backhands and raw aggression screamed defiance. Set 6, the Emperor's Seal. Relentless rallies, unshakable focus. Ma Long struck with a forehand thunderbolt and finished the match. That's why he's the GOAT. But wait, Ma Long's war ended, and chaos followed. Harimoto crushed Fan Zhendong by a huge margin in set 1. Can you imagine? Tomokazu Harimoto, 2024 Paris Olympics, August 1st. The stadium was electric. You've seen intense matches before, but nothing this explosive. Tomokazu Harimoto, young, fearless, overflowing with fire, steps in against Fan Zhendong, the dominant 2020 Olympic silver medalist. Then the shock hits. Harimoto obliterates the first set. The arena erupts. Was Harimoto really about to do the unthinkable? Set 1, the storm bursts. Harimoto burst out like a storm, fast, fearless, unstoppable. Fan Zhendong froze as the crowd erupted in shock. You thought the worst was over after that first set? Not even close. Then, the pressure never stopped. The assault was endless, Harimoto pushing, pressing, daring. Fan Zhendong's composure finally flickered. You thought Harimoto would continue to win after 2 o'clock? Not even close. Suddenly, the tide flipped. Fan Zhendong came alive. With ruthless precision, he pushed Harimoto back, the king reclaiming his throne. Every rally bent to Fan Zhendong's will, precise, relentless, unstoppable. The match was tied, and the tension was electric. You thought tying it up at 2-2 meant the nightmare was over? Not even close. Momentum shifted. Harimoto came alive, fast, and fearless. Even a champion like Fan Zhendong was forced onto the back foot. Regrouping with deadly focus, Fan Zhendong turned defense into attack. Step by step, he clawed back momentum. Set 7, the decisive moment. Fan Zhendong's composure and accuracy dominated the table. Harimoto's fight was relentless, yet ultimately in vain. Fan Zhendong completed a thrilling comeback. Calm, ruthless, unstoppable. But wait, chaos kept coming. Next up, Wang Chuqin. But what would you do if a freak paddle incident and a potential upset were waiting for him? If these brutal superstar clashes hooked you, hit like and subscribe. The next ones get even wilder. Wang Chuqin, 2024 Paris Olympics, July 30th. After winning mixed doubles gold, Wang Chuqin's paddle snapped in a freak collision with a photographer. Just one day later, he had to face Truls in singles. The stadium was electric until Wang Chuqin walked in. Then, silence. Everyone held their breath. Could the world number 1 really survive what was coming? Set 1, calm before the shock. Wang Chuqin entered like the king, steady, unshakable. But the cracks showed early. Truls hit back with zero fear, and the crowd felt the shift. You'd think the world number 1 would settle it fast, right? Not even close. Then, cracks in the crown. The timing was off. The rhythm was gone. For the first time, Wang Chuqin looked human. Truls played like he had nothing to lose, because he didn't. But, all in a sudden, the king strikes back. Then Wang snapped awake. Sharper footwork, cleaner counters, real authority. A reminder, this is why he's ranked number 1. Momentum rises, but danger creeps in. Wang Chuqin looked back in control. But Truls refused to break. You'd expect Wang Chuqin to fight back and win 4-2, right? Nope. All of a sudden, doubt hits hard. You could see it in Wang Chuqin's face. Frustration, tension, disbelief. Every point felt heavier, and the match kept slipping. Set 6, the giant falls. One last push from Wang Chuqin, but Truls didn't blink. He finished the upset of the tournament, knocking out the world number 1 far earlier than anyone imagined. But wait, Wang's crisis wasn't the final shock. Sun Yingsha was staring at a massive score gap in a quarterfinal. Could you survive that kind of pressure? Sun Yingsha, 2025 Asian Cup, February 22, world number 1. Unshakable, untouchable. The stadium was electric, a roaring wave of cheers, flashing cameras, and sky-high expectations. Until that moment, quarterfinal. Sun Yingsha versus 16-year-old Miwa Harimoto. Then the scoreboard stunned the entire arena. Gasps, disbelief. Was world number 1 collapsing? Because just minutes earlier, she controlled with icy precision. Smooth, calm, dominant. You'd think after taking the first set, Sun Yingsha would roll into the second. Right? Not even close. All of a sudden, everything collapsed. Miwa Harimoto erupted with fearless aggression. Her shots were explosive, her pace ruthless, her energy electrifying. The scoreboard lit up. Can you imagine something like that happening to Sun Yingsha? What a nightmare for Sun Yingsha. She fought back a few desperate points, but the damage was emotional and real. Miwa had punched a hole straight through the champion's armor. All of a sudden, the heart-stopping escape under suffocating pressure, Yingsha gathered every ounce of composure. She turned panic into precision, doubt into determination. A razor-thin survival. You could feel the arena exhale. Then, you'd think after taking the third set, Sun Yingsha would roll into the fourth, right? Not even close. All of a sudden, the relentless pushback. But Miwa wasn't just talented, she was fearless, stubborn, and burning with ambition. She twisted spins, varied rhythms, and landed impossibly accurate shots. Level again. The 16-year-old was shaking the sport's foundations. But, suddenly, the momentum shifted. The fierce breakaway. Now it was Yingsha's turn to ignite. Her footwork became blistering, her counters heavier, her confidence roaring back. Sun Yingsha pushed ahead, but the pressure kept rising. Set 6, the final explosion. Every rally felt like a war. The ball moved faster, the shouts grew louder, the tension turned unbearable. Miwa fought with unbreakable courage. Yingsha stood with the champion's pride. But wait, Sun Yingsha shook you already. But are you ready for Chen Meng's Olympic battle? If these brutal superstar clashes hooked you, hit like and subscribe. The next ones get even wilder. Chen Meng, 2024 Paris Olympics, August 3rd. Chen Meng steps in with calm, focused, carrying 4 years of pressure. Sun Yingsha stands across, fast, hungry, fearless. The stadium was electric. Then the match shifted in a way no one saw coming. Was Chen Meng about to defend her crown, or lose it right here? Set 1, shock hits first. Sun Yingsha came out blazing, fast, sharp, unpredictable. Chen Meng stayed ice calm, reading everything, answering with laser precision. You guess Sun Yingsha can sweep Chen Meng? Not even close. Suddenly, momentum shifted. Chen Meng starts controlling the table, angles, pace, placement. Sun Yingsha tries to fire back, but Chen Meng's rhythm is suffocating. Then, the champion strikes. Chen Meng tightens the screws. Relentless, ruthless, unshakable. Sun Yingsha is forced into desperate counters. You think Chen Meng is about to steamroll 4-1? Not even close. Suddenly, Sun Yingsha explodes. Sun Yingsha fires back with raw speed and fearless aggression. Chen Meng finally cracks. The arena erupts. But then, momentum shifted. The champion adjusts instantly, tighter blocks, brutal accuracy, cold focus. Sun Yingsha is pushed into high-risk shots, and pays for it. Set 6, the decisive moment. This wasn't table tennis. This was war. Both players hitting impossible shots, both refusing to break, both pushing past their limits. The crowd was losing their minds. But when everything tightened, Meng stayed calm. Experience, patience, steel. Sun Yingsha tried one last surge, but Meng shut the door. Back-to-back Olympic champion, a crown defended under fire. After watching the most brutal table tennis superstars battles ever, which part surprised you the most? Comment below and share your thoughts with the reason why.